Some group of Nigerians, as well as Chinese criminals in Ghana, have been arrested. For the Chinese, for the criminal act of what? Smuggling, stealing the gold mineral resources of the motherland Ghana. And as for Nigerian billionaire and Nigerian group of boys who have been caught, who owns an academy for fraud, have actually been arrested alongside a Nigerian billionaire. Guys, I need us to pay attention to these videos. Watch this video patiently to the end, and please do not forget to share your thoughts, your opinion, your input. And at the end of the day, let me know what you think. I will see you at the end.
If you know that you're not a South African citizen, please leave the file there and go. You have too much privileges to have files in our country. What can you find in your country of origin?
Abuser, am I healthcare workers wait?
Healthcare workers cannot be abused by foreign nationals. With that If you know yourself that you are not South African, please leave our hospital.
Yes.
All the nurses, all the doctors, all the resources that are here are paid by South Africans.
Yes.
So this hospital belongs to South Africans and
Only.
it's going to service South Africans.
Pela. Yes. Yes.
Sonia, tomato mix.
Yes. Yes. We are telling you now that SA government has not been enforcing this laws. We are not here to explain ourselves to foreigners. We are saying to you, go get medical attention from a private hospital. It's either there or nothing.
Don't have money to go to the private.
How is that our problem? Why will you come and eat a foreign?
You have to ask that how you have been surviving, because I've been here almost for 15 years.
Why are you not using your country? Now you're making it our problem that you don't have money in foreign land. How is it our problem?
Take your wife and go give you a
Why
bed
can't you
somewhere
guess that maybe I came here because of work?
Because of what?
Why can't you guess that maybe the company sent me to come and work here?
You will be in a private hospital because our law says our law says as a foreigner you must come here to do critical skills jobs.
But you have to think about it.
Look, Baba, no amount of explanation is going to help you.
No, listen, I understand what you're saying. We can understand what you're saying.
There's nothing to think about.
We
are telling you.
You can only understand what you're saying only for now. I'm only just trying to say this accommodate your job because I know that you're working for this, alright? But we'll get solution for this.
A solution is the private hospital. There's no solution.
Don't worry.
Solution will be a private.
You're supposed to do this somewhere else.
You are here telling us what to do in our country. Are you here to tell us what to do and how to go about it?
What to do.
You are what?
But you're supposed to think.
To think what? But why, if you are thinking, why not? Because you can think. Why did you fail to read the laws?
How can you be happy to see a woman like you getting birth?
No, you've got your own government. You don't make it your problems our problem. We've got our own government that is taking care of our own citizens.
You are a woman, right?
Yes.
Let's say you are pregnant. Can you be happy?
So you make your women pregnant and make it our problem.
Why is she not going to give you?
I'm telling you, you make your women pregnant. You make your women pregnant and make it our problem.
I'm just giving you an example. I'm saying I'm here.
I will be in my country using our resources. So you should also do this.
I'm saying you're a woman, you are pregnant, and you're almost to get birth. Alright? Can you be happy to get birth on public place like where people are?
How people must give birth on the floor? Who do you think you are? Take your wife to a private hospital.
And also, and you were supposed to be quiet.
I will not be quiet for you.
Because me and this lady look alike.
Listen, your brother.
She's one of our own. In fact, I'll choose her before you. Don't come here and tell us about
I'm a born South African, so you take your medical insurance and go.
She's not South African. That's why she's here working with you.
Me and this lady look alike.
No, in your country, Baba. Yeah,
I will not be quiet for you because you're a fucking quere. I will never be quiet for you. Don't you tell me I've got another color than you because you are a racist. Take your pregnant wife and go to your country. Asambeni, move. I will not be quiet for you.
See the skin that you're wearing.
See my skin. See my skin. It doesn't mean nothing.
Does it look like?
It doesn't mean nothing.
She's a South African.
Mwah.
There is a growing presence of a Chinese gang in Ghana named the Shangling gang. They are largely behind the illicit gold mining activities and high-scale smuggling in Ghana. In this video, We are going to delve deeply into the origin of this gang, how they troop into Ghana, the high-profile figures behind them, and their mode of operation. Welcome to book number 7. Please subscribe if you haven't done that already. My name is Nana Kwesi. Now, these Chinese illegal gold miners, who happen to be members of the Shangling gang, were apprehended in June 2025. The Ghana police got a tip-off that an illegal fuel station had been discovered in a forest reserve in Ghana. Now, according to official sources, the unauthorized fuel depot was being set up to supply that earth-moving machinery actively involved in the indiscriminate destruction of forest cover in the area, reportedly in a desperate search for gold.
Led by the Minerals Development Fund. The Minerals Development Fund, together with security agencies, in the early hours of today, apprehended some foreign nationals who are believed to be part of the syndicate leading illegal mining operations within the forest reserve found within this community.
A swift raid led by Ghana's Minerals Development Fund, that's the MDF, resulted in the arrest of several Chinese nationals suspected of being masterminds behind the illegal operation.
Are you responsible for what we see here? You? Were you the one who did this?
No.
You're not the ones?
No.
Are you sure? So what are you doing here?
No.
I said no English.
You're not the one who did this.
They
So
say
what
they
are
don't
you?
understand English.
Solution? No? Mining?
Luther.
So what's your name?
Luther.
Okay, but you're not the one who did this.
No.
You didn't do this.
No.
So what are you doing here?
No.
How did you come here?
No English. No
You don't
English.
speak English?
Yeah, no English.
Yeah.
No English.
You didn't come here?
No English.
But were you the one who did this? Were you the
No,
one?
no, Seti. No.
You're not the one.
No, no, Seti.
You're not the one.
No.
So who did this?
No, Seti.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. Obviously, these foreign nationals do not speak the language. Let's see if we can. Yeah, were you the one who did this?
No, Seti.
Are you sure you're not the one?
No.
But you can see.
No.
Where's the machine?
Machine, no machine, no Seti.
So who did this?
No Seti.
Who did it?
Me.
You?
Me house yesterday come.
Oh, you came yesterday.
Yesterday come.
From where? Which country?
No Seti.
Which country did you come from? China?
China.
Oh. So who brought you here? How did you come here?
No English.
Authorities have yet to determine the full extent of the environmental damage, but preliminary assessments point to severe deforestation and disruption of local ecosystems. The discovery adds to growing concerns about the encroachment of Ghana's protected lands by illegal mining syndicates that are often backed by foreign operatives and enabled by weak enforcement.
Guess what? A fuel station located in the heart of a forest reserve, and guess what it is doing? It is fueling all of these machinery and earth-moving equipment that you see in your shots here, ostensibly belonging to illegal miners who are digging deep into the heart of this forest reserve and destroying all that's left of it. And that's why we're here joining this task force by the Minerals Development Fund, led by its chairperson or executive, Hannah Louisa Bisu-Kote, who's very unhappy about the activities of these illegal miners and saying that this should be the point where it all ends.
Let's talk about how the Shangling gang trooped into Ghana. So, by the mid-2000s, stories began to spread. People in Shangling heard whispers about Ghana. They heard it was a land rich in gold, where rivers carried fine sands full of the precious metal. It was said that with the right connections, someone could get access to small-scale mining sites or partner with locals who already had licenses. The idea was simple: bring modern equipment, bring money, and extract gold faster than anyone had before. The movement began slowly around 2006, but it didn't take long before thousands were heading to Ghana. One person would arrive, make contacts, and send word back home. Then, relatives and friends followed. Soon, whole family networks stretched from Shangling to Ghana's southern and western regions, where rivers and forests hid some of the richest deposits. These newcomers brought in pumps, portable wash plants, and powerful excavators. The equipment changed everything. They redesigned sand pumps and introduced methods that made it possible to extract gold on a much larger scale than before.
Beast through my third vibe.
What had once taken weeks by hand could now be done in hours with machines. It was this speed, the ability to move earth and riverbeds quickly, that made the Shangling cruise stand out. By the time the boom reached this peak in 2013, estimates suggested there were tens of thousands of Chinese nationals in Ghana, the vast majority of them from Shangling County. Some reports place the number as high as 50,000 spread across hundreds of mining sites. Nobody could count them exactly because many worked deep inside forests or along remote riverbanks. But the scale was undeniable. The money stories spread just as fast as the people. Miners returning to Shangling spoke of incredible profits. Rumors said some crews were extracting 200 to 300 grams of gold a day at their best sites. Others claimed that a single operation could move several kilograms in just one day when conditions were right. At world gold prices at the time, these amounts translated into thousands of dollars per day. Entire families back home heard of relatives suddenly sending millions of yuan from Ghana each month. Whether every number was exact or not, the perception of wealth fueled a massive migration wave. There are about 180 households in our village and more than 100 young men are in Ghana, a 24-year-old Shangling villager Wen Daijin mentioned in an interview. Many borrow money from local banks and relatives to travel to Ghana. In my township, only men with physical problems don't have plans to go to Ghana. When continued, you need at least one excavator to dig sand and rocks, some trucks, and 2 high-powered sand pumping machines to dredge for alluvial gold. The pumps are a special design, produced in our hometown. Now, in Ghana, many Shangling crews worked in partnerships. Some connected with local license holders, sharing profits in exchange for access to land. Others struck deals directly with landowners or chiefs. Crews would set up near rivers or forests, using their heavy machinery to dig into riverbeds and soil. And while the profits were high, so was the environmental cost. Forests were stripped, farmland was dug up, rivers turned brown. This was the birth of the nationwide debate about galamsey, Ghana's term for unauthorized small-scale mining. So by 2013, the situation had grown so large that Ghanaian authorities decided to act. A special task force was created and mass operations began. In June that year, 168 Chinese nationals were arrested in a single sweep. Over the next few weeks, hundreds more were detained. The Chinese government publicly raised concerns after 124 of its citizens were taken into custody. But Ghana continued its crackdown, and within a few months, nearly 4,600 Chinese nationals were deported from the country. It was one of the largest immigration enforcement operations in Ghana's history. The images of excavators being seized, rivers being cleared, and buses full of deported miners leaving for the airport became symbols of the fight against illegal mining. But the story didn't end there. Even after the mass deportations, illegal gold mining didn't disappear. Instead, it evolved. New networks formed, new agreements were made, and the work shifted to harder to reach locations. Among many names tied to these operations, one stood out: Aisha Wang, also known as N. Wang, who became widely known in Ghana as the Galamsey Queen. Aisha first came under public scrutiny in 2017 when she was arrested on allegations of running large-scale illegal mining operations in the Ashanti region. Her case attracted national attention. She's currently serving her jail time in a prison in Ghana. We did a documentary on that story as well. So we will leave the links to the documentary we did about Aisha Wang and related stories in the description box. Do well to go check them out. Now, even with high-profile arrests, the scale of these operations is staggering. At the height of the gold rush, some researchers estimated that there were over 2,000 mining sites with direct or indirect Chinese involvement. Some reports claimed that individual shops at peak output were generating as much as 100,000 yuan a day. You make the conversion, and that's over $15,000 at the time. Although these numbers are difficult to verify, they give an idea of the level of profits that drove people to risk arrest, deportation, or worse. The involvement of Chinese nationals in illicit mining operations has ignited major debate. It has prompted the Chinese ambassador to Ghana, named Tong Defa, to push back against accusations that Chinese nationals are solely to blame for the illegal mining activity. He said Chinese nationals could not obtain local mining licenses and were often brought in by Ghanaians who facilitated the illegal mining operations.
I do not know what's the reason why when people say Galamsey, they normally equals that with Chinese. But actually it is not Chinese who, the issue is not originated from Chinese. I mean, you can see those mining, Chinese people cannot get the license, cannot get the permit. It's the Ghanaian people who draw Chinese people over here, and some of those people who are even caught red-handed, even though they are caught red-handed, they're just some like migrant workers to come here to make a living. I'm not treated well because they always say, because I have a social media. When I posted X on my social media, then people say, "Hey, Ambassador, Galamsey, it seems Galamsey is caused by China. So this is unfair to me. Am I correct? This is unfair to me. This is really unfair to me, and unfair to the overwhelming majority of Chinese. They have involved a lot of sectors. You can see, you can say, a lot of buildings built by Chinese companies, your roads built by Chinese companies, your port built by Chinese companies. But is any normal Ghanaian people know about this? Or even they know it, they always say Galamsey. They always say Galamsey."
He said, "The perception is unfair to me, personally, and to the majority of Chinese nationals here. For instance, when I post on social media, comments often suggest that Galamsey is entirely caused by China, which is a significant injustice," Tong added. His response follows crackdowns on illegal miners that led to the arrest of hundreds of miners, including dozens of Chinese nationals. Environmentalists say illegal gold mining is damaging Ghana's environment, especially in the gold-rich Western, Ashanti, and Eastern regions, by contaminating the country's vital rivers with toxic chemicals, while also rendering vast tracts of land barren through deforestation and soil degradation. This rush for gold has also seen a rise in Chinese nationals seeking fortunes in the country's mining sector, with many among them accused of engaging in illegal mining activities. It is widely reported in Ghana that Chinese provide financial, technical, and technological support to locals who are engaged in the act. The Chinese envoy said it was crucial to acknowledge the massive contributions of Chinese entities across many sectors in Ghana. He said Chinese companies had built numerous buildings, roads, and ports. Yet, do ordinary Ghanaians truly recognize these efforts? Or do they consistently associate us solely with Galamsey? Tong said. Against this backdrop of illegal mining, Hannah Louisa Bisiu, who is the administrator of Ghana's Minerals Development Fund, the MDF, vowed to crack down on illegal miners, including Chinese nationals.
The community is fed up. And in fact, the communities are fed up. They are fed up that they destroy the land, they destroy the water bodies, and at the end of the day, they're going to blame government. Because they want water, government has to provide. They want the government has to provide. For these Chinese who say they don't even feel sorry for what they've done. They've destroyed our water bodies. They've done so much. We will also push to make sure that the law takes its course. But if they are going to be deported, it should not be before they pay for the restoration of offering.
Let me be unequivocally clear. There will be no compromise on what we have to do. It's an absolute never, Bisiu said, referring to the ongoing arrest of.
Believe this one. So get this. Some Nigerians, they traveled to Ghana and then they opened an illegal school on teaching people how to scam. And get this, the students in that school, they were Nigerians. So Nigerians, they traveled to Ghana to teach other Nigerians how to scam. Can you believe this? These Nigerians, they went to Ghana, they rented a house. In that house, they opened an illegal institution. In that institution, they were not just teaching how to scam. They were teaching how to scam safely, how to scam people out of their money without getting caught, without being traced. The person that reported to the police, they said that something was suspicious. They noticed that too many people were coming in and out of this compound. When the police got there, they arrested 29 Nigerians, and then they noticed a lot of laptops. These people, they were equipped for scamming. They were not just teachers, they were definitely scammers. The people of Ghana, they're not suspicious of any Nigerian that they see. They wonder, are you part of the team that is trying to destroy the Ghanaian name? Because remember, out of all the arrests, not a single person from Ghana was involved. Everyone was Nigerian. Imagine that. This has led me to wonder, are there more Nigerians in Ghana pretending to be Ghanaians and scamming people online?
Nigeria for passengers for President, this is a wake-up call. Wake-up call, Interior Minister. Please wake up because just last week,
with me, Ebusia, another shocking, mind-blowing message and video that I found. Ebusia, Nigeria for no person be free Ghana no. Mumra in your numbers. Why? Mumra because mutnefia ADFN be Ghana time. Mumra in your numbers because the only way by which the government of the day will understand your question say this is a baby in our numbers. Why? A
Nigerian national called Mohammed Ogbonna has been sentenced to 12 months in prison by the Tema Circuit Court for attempting to unlawfully acquire a Ghanaian passport. Not just 12 months in prison, but 12 months with hard labor. Using the alias Mohammed Al-Hassan, Ogbonna claimed that he was born in the Tema General Hospital. But investigations proved that he was actually born in the Enugu state in Nigeria. He obtained the fake Ghanaian birth certificate to acquire a Ghana card, and now he's trying to get a passport to travel to the UK. He was arrested on the June 16th, 2025 at the Tema Passport Application Center after the officials questioned his nationality. The presiding judge, Benedicta Enchi, handed him so many fines totaling to 10,200 Ghana cedis, alongside with 12 months in jail with hard labor, all sentences happening concurrently. Oh, and that's not all. He had also entered Ghana illegally, bypassing all the checkpoints in the Aplao border. Prosecutors say that this case should serve as a warning to all others who try to falsify documents to enter the country, and all who try to falsify identity for illegal gains. Justice has been served. Know that Ghana clams on identity fraud.
You see, Ghana is slowly turning into a crime zone, and yet the silence of the authorities is making the public uneasy. Let me explain. In Boli and Wa, security guards, night watchmen stoned to death, one after the other. It's not fiction, it's real. Parliament called the Interior Minister, but guess what? Still no arrests. Now in Kumasi and Manso, mobile money agents are being gunned down, businesses shut down, livelihood destroyed. You see, this is becoming a pattern. In Efiekuma, police broke into a locked apartment and found 25 people kidnapped. No beds, just cement floors, bags and talisman. Lure through fake job offers, women included. 5 suspects arrested. You see, now it's getting worse. In Accra, a viral video showed a woman being tortured by kidnappers, naked, in chains, begging for her life. Turns out she was Amasewa, a hairdresser from Isiakwa, kidnapped in April, trafficked to Nigeria. The police rescued her and another woman after weeks of silence. 8 suspects arrested. Then just weeks ago, things escalated. A 38-year-old immigration officer, Stephen Amwa, went missing. Days later, his body found near Kwabinya, Accra. He was stabbed in the chest and neck, burned, wrapped in carpet. The man he went to visit in police custody. You see, that's not all. Just days ago, another chief murdered.
Ebusian. So the question is Ghana safe? Are we safe? Because these guys that are living with us, Ghana for be but are we safe under these current people? Igbos no mabetena Ghana no. Are we safe with their kidnapping here at the end? Are we safe? That's the question I'm asking. A question.
Near kidnap experiences. Some were stalked by strangers, others lured with fake bus rides or job interview setups. So now my question is, Mr. Interior Minister, what's the plan? Ghanaians are anxious and they need reassurance. IGP Yohanu and National Security Coordinators, please, are we safe? This is a moment.
Ebusia, hold on, no. Another one.
These are the key words. Kidnappers Akakama, Kumasi Kenya Sabri, young Guadukan Anang, Kuana Anang, Police Kumana. Not sure kidnappers in Antidosu police station. Right now, investigation are going. These are some of the Q-nets. The area people have given them some food because they didn't eat for some days. This is Hornable, our area Hornable. And Imams are here and the police officers who are here. All the area people were gathered. Kidnappers na kama Kenya Sabri. Zaka officers kuwa na nanga yongo aduka kuwa na nanga. police kuma suna aikin su, and the police officers are doing their work. That's Kenya C police station.
They say they arrest 50 Nigerians. They did into cybercrime and human trafficking. The second day, no, as I say, they don't deport them and go back to Nigeria. Border we no strong. This border they see like that. As they deport them go to Nigeria, so tomorrow they don't come back to Ghana. That crime they don't come in, so they continue again. What's the point of deporting them? See that prison where what do you call them? Say that prison for Ghana here. See that prison, another prison, another prison, another. They can't go lock them for the bottomless pit of prison when they do their time. You understand? Because right now, couple like say the good Nigeria for this country no get importance again, no important again. For this country now, they call say we be Nigerian. Shame the cash they don't consider be Nigerian. Because if you one good news about Nigerian, you don't see 20 bad news. And when they talk, you go let me say they talk too much. They talk too much, they spoil Ghana, they spoil Nigerian name, but they create awareness. And they create awareness.
All right, guys. Based on the narrative that we have seen on the video about the Chinese, it will tell you or give you a clear picture and understanding that when it comes to the most countries that are currently terrorizing the motherland Ghana, we have the Nigerians, we have the Chinese in their numbers, as well as maybe all these other countries, which I barely hear anything about, right? So at this point, it is so obvious, it is so clear that the criminal actions of Nigerians in Ghana and the Chinese in Ghana is on the hike. Like, it is alarming. Now, at this point, these are some of the reasons why I believe Ghanaians are saying we are not safe. A lot of things are going on in our country. Imagine Nigerians leaving their country, exporting these crimes to Ghana, renting an apartment, and what? At the end of the day, co-opting young boys and girls, especially the boys, to come there and join in this scam Yahoo fraud without being caught. Like how they successfully carry out these actions without being caught until the day that luck ran out of them and they were caught. You see, there's nothing hidden under the sun. That's what I keep telling people. You might be doing all this for a long time, but the day the luck will run out of you, nothing will save you. And today they've been arrested and deported. I don't know why the government should even deport these people. Left with me, if there are penalties according to the law that will make them languish in jail for the rest of their life, that would have been the best thing for them. Because if you deport them, you see that they find themselves again back into the country. And this reminds me, Ghana immigration. I don't know how you guys can tighten the borders against criminals as these, because that is the loopholes where these people get into the country. By the time the borders, every corner on the land, on the sea, on the sky, in the sky, is being tightened, well guarded, secured, beefed up. I don't think, except they will turn to, witches and wizards that flies. But if all of these borders are well secured, every nook and cranny, I believe it will be difficult for immigrants, illegal immigrants like this, to get into the country and be causing all this mayhem. And this is to say the least of for what reason exactly will all these people leave their country and export this crime to Ghana? Like, I don't even know why it is Ghana that is their target, because they have seen the gold, they have seen the mineral resources that is booming there for them. They just want to go and steal from Ghana. This documentary has really opened my eyes to a lot that I wouldn't even know that these Chinese people are carrying out in Ghana. Like, it is now a trophy for them, like a dream come true for them to sell off their properties, all their belongings, and fly to Ghana, where they can comfortably, conveniently, repeatedly steal the resources of this country. This is of all standard and shade very wrong, like absolutely wrong and non-acceptable. Look at Nigerians. Please, I don't know, why should they even rent this apartment for these criminals? They come as one person, before you know it, boom, they have filled up everywhere. Recruiting people, both in the Olosho angle, both in the fraud, Yahoo angle. I know how many threats I have received from these Yahoo people, because I am on the case of exposing their crimes. But guys, this will not change anything, because these people are destroying the reputation, the image of Nigeria that we are trying to save. Like, if you don't understand as a Ghanaian why this is a big deal, or why it should be a big deal for us or for you, is because these people are destroying the reputation of the country. Imagine where this one was caught carrying the Ghana passport, identity fraud, identity theft, out of the country, out of the shores of Africa, not until he was being caught. And these are the people that will carry this thing because they are thieves, they are criminals. They will carry this passport, go out there, commit crime, and what you hear is a Ghanaian, and he will be making it easy for all those haters of the motherland Ghana, as Nigerians, Cameroon, who don't like you people, to be indicting and blackmailing you people. And this is not to say Ghanaians are saying no, but don't come and add to their problem. That's where I have a problem with all this. Look at young boys and girls that are supposed to be building their future, living a reputable life, a decent life, earning a decent living, but they choose to steal from other people, robbing Peter to pay Paul. That is pure stealing, fraud, criminality. Guys, this is so gullible, this is so distasteful and disappointing, to say the least. I need you people, Ghanaians, at this point, to sit up, because this is causing a lot of harm than good. And I can't sit down in my watch and watch these things happen. I will continue to bring and expose these things here. Not to demote, demean, demarcate any country, but just keeping us on the know and creating awareness so that we can proffer solutions to all these things and bring them to an abrupt end, right? Anyways, this is what we have for today. I don't know, what are your thoughts, your opinion, your input? Let's share in the comment section. If you find this quite interesting, share for more people to see. Like and stay subscribed. And I will see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.